telephone numbers in Europe are managed by the national telecommunications authorities of each country. The country calling codes start primarily with 3 and 4, however, some countries that by the Copenhagen criteria are considered part of Europe have country codes from the Asia range, starting with 9. The International Access Code has been standardized as 00. European Economic Area and Microstates. EU candidates and other European countries, a euro equals disputed state, may not be recognized as an independent state by some or all European Union members. A euro equals name disputed by Greece, EU recognizes the Republic of Macedonia as the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia. An variable dialing plan has different dialing procedures for local and long-distance telephone calls. Another number within the same city or within an area is dialed only by the subscriber number, while for calls outside the area, the number must be prefixed with the destination area code. For fixed dialing plan it is always required to dial all digits of the complete telephone number, including any area codes, if implemented. Asian regions with European history or heritage. Despite fulfilling the Copenhagen criteria for being part of Europe, the following countries are in the Asian numbering group, having a country code starting with 9, Turkey +90, Azerbaijan +994, Georgia +995, 2 countries that are geographically in Asia but are considered part of Europe for cultural and historical reasons, belong to the European Group 3, Armenia +374, Cyprus +357. Harmonized service numbers. The following service numbers are harmonized across the European Union: 112 for emergency services, 116xxx for harmonized services of social value. Single numbering plan, proposed country code, 3. In 1996, the European Commission proposed the introduction of a single telephone numbering plan, in which all European Union member states would use the code 3. Calls between member states would no longer require the use of the International Access Code 00. Instead, the digit 1 was proposed for these calls, replaced by +3 for call from outside the EU. Each country would have a 2-digit country code after the 1 or the +3. Calls inside each country would not be affected. Option 3, creation, in addition to providing numbers for special services, of a clear European numbering identity by using the number 3 to precede current national country codes. This would liberate up to 50 new country codes within Europe and allow the current codes starting with number 4 to be recycled within the worldwide numbering plan. 1. This proposal would have required states like Germany, the United Kingdom, Denmark and others, whose country codes began with the digit 4, to return these to the International Telecommunication Union. This would create 4 different ways of calling someone. For example, to call a number in Berlin, in Germany. XXXXXXXX, 030XXXXXXXX, 14930XXXXXXX, +34930XXXXXXX, +4930XXXXXXX. Such a scheme would also have affected Spain, which uses +34. For example, to call someone in Barcelona. 93XXXXXXX, 13493XXXXXX, +33493XXXXXX, +3493XXXXXX. States like Ireland, Portugal, Cyprus and Finland, which used codes in the 35X range, would adopt a different format. For example, to call a number in Dublin, Ireland. XXXXXXXXX, 01XXXXXXXX, 153-1XXXXXXX, +353-1XXXXXXX, +353-1XXXXXXX. A green paper on the proposal was published, but it was felt by many in the industry that the disruption and inconvenience of such a scheme would outweigh any advantages. A disadvantage would have been that every local number beginning with 1 would have had to be changed. The EU proposal should not be confused with the European Telephony Numbering Space Scheme, which uses the country code +388, and was intended to complement, rather than replace, existing national numbering plans. See also, European Union Roaming Regulations, Telephone Numbering Plan, List of country calling codes, List of international call prefixes, Category, Telephone numbers by country. External links, http www.wtng.info/ wtng-reg.html #Europewide. References